Hi, good morning. Today we're going to cover our nursing plan of care module here at Carematic. This has gotten to be a very popular module for a number of reasons. If you partner and pair this with our nursing assessment module, you have a very holistic way to manage the care for your consumers proactively. So today what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how this works. So we have our login screen, which you should all be very familiar with. Again, username, your password, and then your provider acronym. Mine is fictitious because this is for purposes of demo and marketing. I'm going to log in. And wow, look at this. This is our brand new user interface that we're going to launch here in the early of 2025. We're super excited about this. This is aesthetically 100 times better than our current entry point into our cloud software. And it accomplishes a number of things. The first thing it does is this is going to make it way better for you to use on your iPhones, your Android phones, and on all your tablets, because as you resize this screen, these flow. So you may only have a column of two on your phones. You have a column of, maybe two by two wide and maybe 10 rows deep. If you're on a tablet, you may have 3 by 6 rows. But this is just better looking, easier to navigate, and it's going to be a whole lot easier for people to use on the go because everybody's on the go these days. So let's get back to our nursing plan of care discussion. So you're going to click on the consumer icon, and notice this will load. This should look exactly what you're used to here at Carematic, and it will. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. Notice we're now into our consumer area. So you're going to take your mouse, go down here. You're going to pick a consumer, Abby Apple. We'll use her as an example. And what we're going to do is we're going to come down here to the left. And we're going to go underneath Nursing 2 and go to what it says Nursing 2 POC, which stands for Nursing Plan of Care. Okay, so we're going to click on that module. And notice that you're going to get a nice grid for Abby, and this grid is going to articulate the current plan of care we have for Abby. And again, these are completely fictitious, so don't take these as real ailments. But the intention with this module is for you to provide a way to track long-term issues that the consumer has and a way to mitigate and possibly solve them. So notice here that we have 3 items in Abby's plan of care. She's got a tree pollen issue, she's got sunburn, and she's got a broken heart. So if I click on add a plan to her plan of care repertoire, let's pick an ailment. Let's say she has gout. Okay, that's more of a long-term issue. What type of service is she in? She's in residential. And what are we going to pick here? What the priority is, lowest to high. So we'll give it a medium priority. We're going to leave our intake the way it is. Notice here that this provides a plan of care, and this plan of care already has some text in it. Again, this is a very rudimentary example, but the plan of care is pulled from your plan of care setup. And the plan of care setup maintains the ailments that you're going to try to correct with each consumer. So notice here that this has a pre-populated plan that says reduce intake of rich foods and exercise. Now, notice what I'm doing here. I'm going to extend this to add the word and exercise. You can put in a goal, less pain. You can then put in the intervention, what your innovation strategy is going to be. And then down here, we have a way for you to track which people are going to be aware of this. And we also have a nice workflow. Every time that you modify this plan of care, we're going to get some audit. You're going to get audit. This will be the first entry. We'll go ahead and put that in, and I'll show you what this does here in a minute. And we're going to go ahead and insert this. So notice what it does now. Boom, there it is. We've added gout to her repertoire of things we're going to provide a plan of care for. So how would you use this? Well, it's pretty straightforward, actually. I'm just going to move this Zoom thing out of the way over here. So I'm going to go back in and say, and I want you to notice something over here. We have a workflow associated with this module, very similar to the way we have a workflow associated with our nursing module. And there are basically 3 things that are, 4 things you can have in your workflow. It can either be in progress, it can be updated, or it can be acknowledged. So we're going to go here and put in some additional things. Notice that I've got the ability to go and less pain and more movement. And I'm going to just edit this thing here. You can constantly edit these things. And the intention with this is a living, breathing plan that you're going to work on for long-term care of your individual. So now what you see here is this is in progress. I went ahead and edited this thing, and this is one that's in progress. Some of these other ones you can see here are acknowledged and certified. So if something's in progress, this is something you're working on with the individual. And if you go ahead and you open this up with the twisty, you can see here that you get a nice way to get a summary of what's going on. You're going to see an audit history. Every time somebody touches this, you're going to get and notice I've touched it twice. You're going to get a nice breadcrumb trail. You can add an attachment to this. Now, the other thing that you can do with this is, let's say that you're able to solve this issue with Abby, and you're able to do it pretty quickly. So I'm just going to pretend we're going to fast forward. If you put in a resolve date, we're going to put the resolve date in is today, and we're going to save this. We're going to update this. And notice what happens. See, that's now gone. So this is a way for you to track issues. This is a way for you to be very crisp with your consumers, and a way for you to provide the best care possible. If you partner this with our nursing assessment modules, you have a very 1-2 punch way to give the best care to your individual. Again, just to recap, this nursing plan of care module is designed to work for more long-term ailments that you're working on with the individual outside of your assessments. The assessments are a snapshot. This is for you to be proactive and for you to add enrichment to your consumers' lives and make your lives easier, because you can see here the progress. There's a workflow that's associated with each of your with your staff. You can also put in there the supervisor is indicated. This is review, try to understand a plan of care. This is our workflow. So if I put that in here and I do an update on that, you'll see here what happens is that I've updated this module, and now this is certified. This means that everybody has blessed it, and the presiding nurse who I'm logged in as certified it. So again, we have a nice workflow. There's a lot more that we can do with this, if you need more details, we have a great user manual on our website, or you can always talk to us if you're a potential customer or you're a current customer. I wanted to thank you for this short overview. And I hope this helps you provide better care to your individuals, and this provides you an easier way to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop the recording, and I hope that you guys have